Yeah, 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 yeah. It's 8:46. The matrix of the modern metropolis is pierced by a shadow, the pinnacle of the populace. A monolithic symbol, the center of our commerce, suddenly disrupted by a violent, unscripted drama. The anchors are stammering, the cameras are panning up. Is it a Cessna, a navigational hazard, or bad luck? We cling to the rational, the bounds of consensus, but reality is fracturing, dismantling defenses. The timeline is severing, the broadcasts are buffering. A nation in the morning routine, oblivious to suffering. We try to reconcile the smoke with the skyline we knew, until the second shadow falls and tears the heavens in two. 9:03 on the clock, the shockwave is televised. A globally synchronized trauma right before our eyes. The epistemology of terror in the hyper-mediated age. As the South Tower shatters, we turn a terrifying page. The cognitive dissonance hits, holy God, we're under attack. There's no rewinding the tape, there is no turning it back. The stock exchange halts, the Pentagon is burning in D.C. The Fayette grounds the sky of paralyzed geography. Flight 93 falls in the Pennsylvania field. The illusion of invulnerability is violently peeled. Information overload, rumor and disaster blend. A linear narrative breaks the modern era, meets its end. From the pinnacle of order to the state of nature, a sudden plunge into the dark, erasing nomenclature. The consensus reality shatters in the dust, leaving nothing but the primal instinct, panic and mistrust. Watch the Leviathan wake from the ashes of the tower, as the sovereign reasserts its unprecedented power. Yeah, look at the ground level. The amateur camcorders capture not a Hollywood script, but a terrifying rapture. The sky turns to midnight, the concrete cascade. The architecture of the Titans collapses and fades. This is Hobbes in the flesh, the social contract suspended as the towers fall down and the civic rules are ended. The localized return to a brutal primal struggle, breathing in the fiberglass, buried in the rubble. Citizens pleading for Jesus, ducking behind the cars as the dust cloud eclipses the sun and the stars. The structures built to elevate are inverted to destroy, the ultimate subversion of the systems we employ. Cut to the classroom in Florida, the whisper in the ear, the president paralyzed as the paradigm shifts gears. But the state cannot linger in the fog of the abyss. It must project the absolute, it must counterattack this. By evening, the Oval Office frames a binary decree, make no distinction between the terrorists and those who let them be. The psychological boundaries are forcibly redrawn, a mobilized front marching into the dawn. And the bullhorn at ground zero, surrounded by the brave, standing on the smoldering ruin, standing on the grave. The people who knock these buildings down will hear all of us soon. The sovereign re-established underneath the pale moon. Retribution is the promise to rebuild the shattered norm. The Leviathan rises, born again in the storm. No retrospective commentary, just the raw bleeding tape. A study of the precipice, the horror of the shape, the fragile systems we construct, the chaos underneath. The data sword of history was drawn from its sheath. Consensus erase the sovereign awake, the moment the foundation of the world began to break.